Stop trying to be this authority PT online coach.
If somebody's followed you yesterday, they're probably not the person that you should be getting through the door tomorrow.
Other mentors do not understand how to be a human being.
You're going to get them on a call and charge them £1,000 when they've just followed you. In this episode, we are going to cover whether you need to send DMs to grow an online fitness business.
Hey guys, we're Dan and Mike from Business and Banter, formerly Biceps and Banter, which I keep saying, but I don't need to because I've realised we changed the name of the YouTube channel. But hey, you might be here for other reasons. You might be here because of our Biceps and Banter days. But we're here to help you today to grow your online fitness business in any way that we can. Today, we're going to talk about the controversial topic of sending DMs as an online coach. And we're talking about this because I saw a sponsored post by one of our favourite mentors who is stupid, saying something along the lines of, any mentors telling you that you don't need to send DMs is stupid, deluded, and they're fundamentally lying to you, etc., etc., etc. Only going to assume that they may have been talking about us because we would say and shout from the rooftops that you do not need to send cold DMs. But we have to clarify all what we say with the word cold in front of it, because this particular mentor is a huge advocate of sending out mass amounts of cold DMs, and you have the privilege of paying around, I think, about £1,000 a month to him to be told to do that very thing. So we thought we'd debunk that myth and go through exactly how we would recommend you send messages to people.
Yeah.
No dick pics.
Yeah.
Rule number one.
No dick pics, yeah. Yeah, so we actually do teach outreach in the members group, so links below. But
just £99 as well. It's pretty cheap as well. Like
pretty cheap.
I mean,
it's not £1,000, is it?
It's not quite £1,000. You don't need to waste £1,000, and the advice is better than sending cold DM. So
£1,000 and £99. I mean, that's 1%.
Yeah,
you do the maths.
You do the maths. 1%. Business mental maths, isn't it?
So it's actually not
9.9. That's fine.
Yeah.
Easy that.
So we do tell our clients to do outreach, but there's a fundamental difference between it. So an analogy that I like to make is, if you're an in-person PT and you're in the gym and there's PT-A and PT-B, or 1 and 2, let's just say, because A and B might be confusing. PT-A and PT-B. PT-1, PT-2. PT-1 speaks to everybody. Morning, mate. How's your weekend? Watch the football? How's the missus? How's your training going? Do you need a spot? Whatever. Friendly guy. PT2 sits in a stock room, doesn't talk to anybody. Who gets more clients? Number one, right? So that's the importance of being visible, being personable, building up relationships, and being there, ready for when somebody wants your service, that they pick you, right? So that's how we say to do your Instagram messaging. Is imagine Instagram and your followers is your metaphorical gym. So it's not wise to not communicate to your audience. Why? Let's just say that there is somebody that's interested in coaching sat in your audience and they follow 10 coaches and they've spoken to 3 of them and they didn't speak to 7 of them. When they're ready to be coached, they will pick one of those 3, right, that they've spoken to. The 7 that they haven't will be disregarded. They'll pick one of those 3. So your job is to be one of those 3, basically. Now, how to go about that is exactly the same as the gym floor. Be personable, chat about things outside of fitness, and don't be salesy. If you're on the gym floor, you wouldn't be saying, do you want to sign up for coaching? Do you want to sign up for coaching? Do you want to sign up for coaching? So you shouldn't be doing that in your DMs. You should just be building rapport and relationships, right? Ready for when they make the decision. Now, what mentors teach is the opposite of that. They actually don't place much emphasis on building a rapport with current followers. Instead, they see current followers as a number to be going outreach to be DM scripted. And then if they don't book a call, they're then hounded with tumbleweed memes and fucking whatever, right? Are you ghosting me memes and whatever. And it's message. That's quite off-putting, right? And what you're doing there is you're tarnishing the relationship with a potential future client who may have potentially been interested in working with you at some point. But by being too pushy and by being too pressurizing, I think you're tarnishing. So what they're teaching is that's what you do to your current followers, and then metaphorically go outside of the gym and ask every single person outside the gym if they want coaching. Do you want coaching? Do you want coaching? Do you want coaching? Do you want coaching on the street? And yeah, you might get 2 people off the street, right? The same as if you send out hundreds of cold DMs. You might get a few people. Are they going to be the best fit? Are they going to be your target market? I would probably hazard a guess at probably not. So just in the same way that I wouldn't advocate the in-person PT to go outside the gym and message everybody, I wouldn't with an online coach. I wouldn't go outside of your gym or outside of your Instagram and go and message every single person that you can get your hands on and try to get them on a call. That's a very, very, very limited and short-sighted approach to lead generation. That is predicated on Instagram's messaging rules, right? That you're actually going to get seen, that you're not going to get banned or whatever. It's also not going to bring in the right type of client that you want. So if you don't get the right type of client, they then leave, right? And that's why mentors are teaching you to sign them up for 3 months, 4 months, 6 months or whatever, or charge them up front. That's why that model has to be done, is that if you're finding any old person from anywhere on the internet and you're getting them into a call, it's okay because you've already got their grand. It's okay. Is that a business? Because I don't sit well with me. Instead, the way that we teach is actually build semi-friends that you're regularly interacting with. That actually, when Dan puts up something about Man United, that they don't mind, his followers don't mind either agreeing with him if they're not a Man United fan or disagreeing with him if they are. They don't mind giving him a bit of stick back. Same as me. They don't mind making a joke about me not being able to play golf, right? That's what I want. I don't need to talk about golf and then go, do you need help with your business? I'll just talk about golf or talk about Man United or talk about whatever. Because for your followers to be following you, they must be to some degree interested in fitness or coaching anyway, right?
That's the argument that I saw on the video, was that as soon as they followed you, that you should reach out to them, ask them about coaching because they've just shown an interest in doing it. And that's just something I fundamentally disagree with. Like, what it means is that they are interested in fitness as a whole, but they may not be ready in that moment to sign up for coaching. We all know that people take time to be ready for coaching, that they take time to be in this. But one of the arguments on that was, as soon as they followed you, you should message them straight away, ask them about their fitness, ask them about how they're getting on, because they're clearly keen and interested. And I'm sat here going, you can tell that you've never been a good PT before, mate. Which he hasn't. Again, he ran his dad's fucking gym Instagram. We all know who that one is. Literally just poor advice, blanket poor advice. And just to be really clear on Mike's examples there, I just want to make it crystal clear of what they're basically telling you to do and what we recommend you do, right? So PT1 in that scenario, what we recommend you do is with your followers, which is your niche, your people in your gym, is you're going, hey mate, how's everything going? How's the football? You enjoy the football at the weekend? Like, oh, how's the missus getting on? Oh, baby's due soon, isn't it? Whatever, blah, blah, blah. Right, but they're almost messaging you first off your stories because you're saying stuff and then you're carrying the conversation on. And PT2, what they're telling you to do is to be one of those charity people who works with a clipboard on the street, on Oxford Street, going, excuse me, no. Excuse me, no, okay, no, like that. They're the two like polar opposites of this continuum. By the way, that's just to be crystal clear with that. They're teaching you to do that. You know, there's annoying people that they just can't get someone to stop because they're busy, because they're not interested. Whereas what they should be doing is going to a place where they congregate, where they actually want to be, and then actually speak to them there and be friendly with them, right? Just wanted to make it real clear with that, because that's the difference. Is that they're literally getting you to get a megaphone and fucking stand on the street. You wouldn't do that ever as a PT. So,
what's the worst thing that happens to you when you walk into Curry's?
Do you help with anything?
Yeah. Right.
No, we don't.
It actively puts people off from going into Curry's.
What's even worse is in clothes shops. It's even worse, I feel like. Because in clothes shops, you are more likely to be browsing. You are a bit more like, oh, don't really know.
But it's like, I'll go into Curry's knowing what I want. So, in this analogy, what you've just said there about they're interested in fitness if they've just followed you. Okay, well, I'm interested in buying something electrical, right? When I'm walking into Curry's, otherwise I won't be there. What I hate is having 3 or 4 different people ask if I need any help. No, I don't. Why don't I? Because I'm browsing and I will ask you when I need help, right? And in that scenario, I am the follower that has just followed you for fitness advice, right? They will ask you when they feel comfortable for help.
It's your job to get them comfortable.
It's your job to get them comfortable. You need to demonstrate good amounts of knowledge, good social proof, good values, opinions, and you need to build rapport through your content and through your conversations, and they will ask you when the time is right, not the other way around. So to counter that argument of they've just followed you so that they're interested in coaching, you sat at home watching this knows exactly that feeling of going into Curry's and being approached, or going to a car dealership and being approached. Everybody hates that feeling. Yet that's what you're doing in your business, is that, fuck me, I can't even follow this person without being asked straight away. It's too much. And then what? You're going to get them on a call and charge them £1,000 when they've just followed you? I would encourage people to go, I want somebody to follow me for 3 months, 4 months, 5 months before they reach out. I want that. Why do I want that? Well, because they're going to have gained an understanding of me, what my clients are like, how I coach, kind of what it takes in terms of like my ethos or my values, so that when they've come to make that decision, they're more informed about what they're purchasing. If they're more informed about what they're purchasing, they are going to stay for longer. So I would actively say, if somebody's followed you yesterday, they're probably not the person that you should be getting through the door tomorrow. Like, instead, who you should be getting through the door tomorrow is somebody that you started talking to 3, 4, 5, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years ago. That's who should be coming through the door tomorrow, not somebody who follows you today.
Yeah, and like you said there, it's all built on those conversations you're having with them over time. You know, it's and the reason I think mentors struggle, aka can't help you with this, is that they can't create content that creates conversations and engagement. Like for us, it's that content and the stories creates conversation. People can't help but reach out. They can't help but react and laugh. They can't help but reach out and go, "Great point. Oh yeah, I really agree with this." Coaches aren't making that content, so they're not getting these conversations. So yes, fundamentally, I agree with the message that you do need to be having conversations with your audience to engage them and for them to turn into clients. It's just that 99% of mentors are going about it completely the wrong way. They have no idea how to help you out with it. And they the one I hate is the whole, like, you're an authority. What you need to be is relatable. You need to be someone they can talk to, someone that they can understand the human being behind the coach. If there's one thing I'm saying to all my coaches all the time is like, yeah, but you're a human. Stop trying to be this authority PT online coach, being super professional and trying to position yourself as this authority from the point of view of the language you use, the way you film your content, the way you post, the way you act, like all these mentors do. They try and act all professional and all above their station. What actually is going to help you as a coach is by showing your authority through the results you get and showing your authority through your knowledge, but doing it in a way that's relatable, fun, and engaging is going to get you far more clients. But no mentor can help you with that because they're all about as fucking got as much personality as a wooden spoon. So they struggle with it, so they can't help you with it because they've never had to use it, because all they've done is send out cold DMs, send out DMs to people, hire people to do it for them. So yes, you do need to have conversations, but it should be based around in my opinion, what makes you a human, not necessarily what makes you an ideal professional because of your knowledge that you can help these people with. That's how those conversations start. It's what we teach all our clients to do. It's why they've then gone on to grow the businesses they've grown, is because other mentors do not understand how to be a human being. They do not understand how to be social. They don't understand how to have normal conversations because they just can't do it. I fundamentally believe it. They're just not able to do it. And I think that's why their content comes across the way it does. And it's why ours comes across the way ours does. Is that when we're having catch-up calls with our clients, it's like speaking to a mate. It's like speaking to them about all these things. We start with having general chit-chat. In the same way that when you're a PT, that's the majority of the conversations that you have on the gym floor. So if we're sitting here going, when you were a PT and you had clients stay with 2-3 years and you were chatting to them away, about their family, about their holidays, about their work and all this sort of stuff, what do we think might need to happen with your coaches, with your clients that are online? What conversations do you think you might need to be having with them? It can't just be about carb loading and calorie deficits, can it? That's not what works when you're in person. So why would the same thing work online? I just don't understand how there's no concept of that. It's like online, it's something completely different and alien. It's like, no, the principles are the same. It's humans buying into humans. But yeah, fuck knows what they're trying to teach other people, this sort of stuff. But it's think of it like that. Think of it as the equivalent of going out into the street and shouting, "Do you want PT? Do you want PT?" You'd look like an absolute fucking moron doing that, wouldn't you? That's how you look sending out cold DMs, and that's how these mentors are making you look, and they're charging 10 fucking grand for it and all. Ridiculous.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I think that why they do it. So again, let's just think of, okay, we might get a question of, well, why do they ask you to do it then?
Well, because it's a tangible task they can ask you to do that has a number associated to it. And if you do that, by law of averages, you might get 1 or 2.
And I think that they ask you to do it because it's too difficult to upskill you in everything else.
Yeah.
It's too difficult to upskill you in content so that you're getting 20, 30 people, 40 people reach out to you off the back of how good your content is. That's too difficult. It's a difficult part. So they just don't do it. And instead, they'll go, well, let's throw shit at the wall and see what sticks, and go and do 99 messages. 100's too many. So that's the...
Different, isn't it?
Yeah, well, 99, so it's not 100. I hate the mentors that say do 100. We do 99. Like, that's the easy thing to do. It's lazy mentoring, isn't it? Because, again, when you look at how passionate you might be within fitness, and you go, the coach that sends out the same meal plan to 500 clients and gets 30 results, they're a shit coach. All of my coaching is bespoke and one-to-one. And you're passionate about that, aren't you? But then you're in a mentorship where there's 500 other coaches and they've got 30 results, and they're using the same cookie cutter systems that you actively stand against when it comes to other fitness coaches, and they're not using bespoke one-to-one approaches. They're giving the same marketing plans for somebody who works with slimming welders to people who works with bodybuilders. How on earth can you have the same marketing for two different niches? Like, how on earth can you have the same content, be an authority? Like, how and everything in between that, by the way. How on earth can you use the same pricing? Like, how on earth? So the reason why I think that they give you it is because it is a tangible metric that you can measure, because they are lazy in the fact that they're giving everybody the same syllabus or the same systems or processes. Why? Because they're not doing it individually. They're not coaching you individually. They're giving it to X amount of staff, let's just say 6 coaches, right? They're giving it to 6 coaches, and they have to have a system, a process, a syllabus that all of them teach, right? Why? Because those 6 coaches, those 6 staff, haven't built the business or their business to the degree that they should have done to be informed enough to actually coach you properly. And are they good enough coaches as well? That's another thing.
Or they built their business on the same syllabus.
Or they built their business on the same syllabus, right? So it's like, so they have to give them a set of things to do. Whereas with us, we don't, like, if somebody comes in to me and they've already got 80 clients, how I'm going to coach them is very different to somebody who comes in with 10 clients. If somebody comes in and they're churning, a lot of clients straight away, how I'm going to coach them is different to the coach who's not churning any clients at all. Like, I'm going to coach people differently, just like you stand for within your fitness business, right? You're going to coach them. So then the amount of messages or rapport that you build with your current audience is different. So it can't just be blanket 99 or 100 or 50, can it? Because one of my coaches who's only got 800 followers, how on earth are they going to be doing 100 DMs a day? A week's gone and they've done 700. Well, that's all their followers gone. So what else do they do then? And what are other mentorships teaching them? So it has to be tailored to the individual. It has to be. So just be really, really cautious and wary that if you've been given the same fucking systems and processes as the next coach and the next coach and the next coach, you are in a cookie cutter model, and it's hit and miss as to whether it's going to work for you. And just be sure that you want to build your business based off of mass amounts of cold DMs, not knowing how to actually generate leads organically. Because how long are you going to be able to keep up that DM process for?
Baffling to me. Absolutely baffling. But anyway, we'll leave it there. Like I say, the members group link is below if you want to learn how to do outreach properly and how to actually make engaging content and how to actually get people to reply to your stories and actually show you're an actual human being. It's kind of helpful. Believe it or not. Catch you later.
Bye.